the deal, man? It's your boy Tag from Pro Wrestling Tag, you know what I mean? And right now I am here in Fort Greene Park, just chilling. This fucking squirrels, you know what I'm saying? I'm here in Fort Greene Park chilling, just minding my business. I got work in the morning, so I'm just here relaxing and everything else, So I'm just here killing some time because I got work in the morning. It's a beautiful Sunday as I'm recording this. Right now it's 4:40 as I'm recording this. It's 4:40 as I'm making this video and stuff. And I wanted to bring up something very interesting because last night I was looking at Wild Women of Wrestling, right? And it's not a bad show. The show is not bad, but something dawned to me. Something very odd dawned to me that you don't see nowadays in today's pro wrestling landscape. I mean, you see it, but it's not like, it's much harder to achieve. Wild Women of Wrestling basically it's not even a promotion. It's not a promotion. It's more of it's a TV program wrestling show. It's a TV program wrestling promotion. Meaning that, that promotion, right? Like they do everything all in one spot. They don't do house shows and stuff. It's just one particular spot. And it dawned to me, you don't really see that a lot anymore. It's very hard for pro wrestling at this day and age to get, to get a TV deal, right? To be on syndication, right? It's really, really hard. It's much harder now than it was like some 20 years ago. Remember, this is not the first time that Wild Women of Wrestling, this is actually a relaunch. This is actually a relaunch from the one that happened 20 years ago. I remember the one that happened 20 years ago. I remember, I remember a couple of people there, like Cage Heat. Let me see who else I remember. There's definitely others. There are others that I clearly remember from there. Slam Dunk. It's like Slam Dunk was some female who was quote unquote banned from the WNBA. Like the gimmicks was just fucking hilarious. And then I remember the original Randy Rara. Remember the theme song? Randy Rara. Randy Rara. Like there was the one that you see in this current junction is a white one, but the one 20 years ago, it was a black one. And that was the one where she had this stupid fucking storyline where her eye got blinded. Like she had to wear an eye patch, and it basically was a contact with no pupil. But I'm saying this because it's very rare to see that. It's extremely rare to see, a program, a television-based wrestling program. Now in today's day and age. Like the last one that was there. See, TNA, I consider TNA is a hybrid because I don't think TNA does house shows. No, TNA doesn't do house shows. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think TNA does house shows. I think very rarely. They're more of a TV-based wrestling promotion. A lot of these TV-based wrestling promotions, they don't do house shows. Not only I remember WOW, but I remember WXO. I remember WXO. That speaking of WOW stuff, remember they also gave Thunderbox. Remember Thunderbox? It was a lot. The last big one that I remember was Lucha Underground. That was the last TV-based wrestling promotion that's there. It's not even a fucking indie. It's a TV-based wrestling show. It's TV-based where they just do tapings in one specific spot. Tapings and seasons, like a sitcom in one place. And they do pay-per-views, but it's not, I think they do pay-per-views live in one spot, but it's very rare. It's extremely rare. It's very rare to have that now. I mean, like, there's a lot that's come and gone. There's clearly a lot. Let me drink this water. I also remember Wrestling Society X, which was from MTV. So it's hard to, it's hard to get a TV deal, for a wrestling promotion. If you are not WWE or I hate to say AEW, but I mean AEW is having a hard time getting their new TV deal now. I mean, if you're not WWE, it's going to be very hard. Or if you're not attached with WWE, it's going to be very hard. I mean, TNA is going to get a deal, no doubt about it. But I've seen so many wrestling promotions in my lifetime. I mean, American, the AWF, the AWF Warriors of Wrestling. I remember that shit. It's a bunch that I remember that, that came and went. Like a lot of TV-based wrestling promotions, they don't really last long. They don't. I mean, I like WoW. I think WoW is great. I mean, you got, I ain't gonna lie. Like when I looked at the original, WoW, there had some banging ass shit. Like I said, Randy Rara was fucking gorgeous. Like she was gorgeous. They had a couple of people there, but it's really hard. And again, you don't see that a lot anymore. Like you don't see that. Now everything is based off of, it's now indies. I think the indies kind of replaced, TV-based, wrestling promotions because, it's easy to get booked and it's easy to just do. It's very easy to do, and I do miss those days. Like there is, like I said, the only one that you have now besides WoW is TNA. TNA it's a promotion, but I can't call it a major league and I can't call it a minor league. The best thing I could call it is a TV-based wrestling promotion. And MLW is a promotion. It's not a TV-based program. They do fucking, they do live events too. I mean, they do spot shows and stuff too. They call themselves a promotion too. But it's really hard to get, to get, that into TV. The only other ones that I know too are like, wrestling programs that's in fucking public access. I remember here in Brooklyn, they had a couple of, I remember like a bunch of different low budget wrestling promotions, in my time when public access here, it's called Brick, but back then they called it BCAT. I mean, they had a bunch of wrestling promotions. They had, WTF, the IWF, the USA Pro Wrestling. They had a bunch of those, and it's locally, like it's local promotions. It's local promotions, but you don't see that no more. You don't see local wrestling promotions that are just TV based. And it's sad too, because I remember those days, man. Those days where ECW was a promotion. It wasn't a TV based promotion, but you had promotions. It was basically no different than fucking American Gladiators or Battle Dome. Remember Battle Dome? It was no different than that. You know what I mean? Like yeah, fucking Titan Games. No, the Titan Games that came like years, like recent. It's actually recent because that's actually from The Rock, but you don't got that no more. And like I said, I do think the indies replaced that. I mean, like I said, I miss those. Because again, like with TV based, see that's another thing that's needed. A TV based wrestling promotion. You know why? Because if it's a TV based promotion, you gotta have a gimmick. You gotta cut promos. You have to. You have to speak. You truly have to speak. This is why Ring of Honor was also important too. But even because you had people who had gimmicks and who speak, but when it comes down to a TV-based promotion, a TV-based wrestling promotion, you gotta speak. You gotta have a fucking gimmick. And I think this is where there's a problem. A big problem relies. A big problem needs to be filled. Because again, Lucha Underground was the best example of that. It was the best example. And too bad that went under. I mean, yeah, but I do hope Women of Wrestling I hope it does well. It's a decent program. It's your mill, it's your typical mill, wrestling program that you want to, just, watch to kill time. Watch to kill time and say, oh, I would like to see this person in WWE, or I would like to see that person in WWE. And wasn't that bitch Tessa Blanchard there? Wasn't she was there? I mean, yeah, I think, wasn't AJ Lee there too? Was April Brooks there? I think she was. But yeah, I just wanted to come in here and say that because again, like, it's needed. It's definitely needed. And also, like, I know cable is not the same and stuff. Remember, actually, it's funny too because like maybe 10 years ago, MSG gave, a wrestling promotion that came at 6 in the fucking morning. That's another thing I didn't like about syndicated wrestling programs. You know, like it came on super fucking early. You know, super fucking early. I'm like, fuck, I'm not gonna get up on my time to watch, you know, to watch, you know, an indie wrestling promotion with a, you know, with a TV, you know, with a TV broadcast. You know, I'm not gonna do that. You know, but I'm about to enjoy the rest of my day, y'all, and I will catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.